Thailand, from the Thai government. And I read on the UNHCR website that they announced it on this month, 1st of November 2024, that they want to give a path to nationality. But I want to ask, how has the previous governments treated them? And were there any movements from them? Were they fighting for it? And how was it?
Another important question you raised, because when the government announced in October through a cabinet resolution that it will grant permanent residency and citizenship to stateless people, there was some reaction from some segment of society because of the confusion between refugee migrant workers and, stateless population. So they thought the government is granting citizenship to migrant workers. Then others try to, there is always this conspiracy theory spinning around, the government is doing it because of the vote bank, blah, blah, blah. But that's not true. In Thailand, it's not on the agenda of the current government. It has been a priority for the government before this government and the one even before that. Thailand embraced UNHCR's I Belong campaign soon after it was launched in 2014. The registration I mentioned of stateless population was conducted in the 1990s. And then Thailand made pledges during the 2019 Global Refugee Forum to eradicate statelessness. Then last year in Geneva, Thailand again reiterated the pledges it made in 2019 that it will eradicate statelessness from Thailand soon. So Thailand has been also one of the founding members of the Global Alliance to End Statelessness, which was launched this year, formally launched in September, but Thailand was among the founding members who joined the Global Alliance in April. So this is on the top 10 priorities of the government of Thailand. And with the new cabinet resolution now, so it will allow granting legal status to and permanent residencies to close to 480,000 people. So to be exact, to give you the exact number, so 480,000, yes. So some of them will get a permanent residency, and 140,000 of their children will get Thai citizenship.
Mm-hmm. Who decides how or what factors decide that you will get either permanent residency or citizenship?
So the children of those, the process is very lengthy. So after registration, stateless persons receive a documentation, which is a proof that they can now apply for citizenship. So it will be decided through, there are committees, there are subcommittees. UNHCR is working together with the government, the Ministry of Justice, Ministry of Interior, and then the provincial authorities. So there is a whole system in place which determines who is eligible for citizenship and who are eligible for permanent residence. So the children of those who will receive permanent residence will receive citizenship.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
in general.
And many people don't know is when you're stateless, so you don't have papers, so you cannot go to school, you cannot work, or you work, but you work for really shitty salary. And I want to ask if the people in Thailand, stateless people in Thailand, do they try to get fake IDs or something so they can at least get a proper job or go to send their kids to school? And I'm not judging because this is what my family did. My my grandfather, when he came, he had to get, otherwise he would be a slave to someone in Algeria to work for free or whatever, just for protection. Many people, and also there are some people from Western Sahara, they go back to the real Western Sahara and they ask Moroccan to give them nationality.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be like a soldier or like you are fighting or an activist, so they give you. And from there they escape to Spain because now they have. But because you need to do something. If someone is not helping you, you need to improvise.
Yeah, I saw it also with many young people in Bangladesh, where we worked with Rohingya for a while. Many young people had fake IDs to be able to even exit the camp because the army was guarding the roads, and they used it for one reason, purely just to enter education, to enroll for classes, and they just wanted to pass all the exams and go to universities. There was nothing extra. They didn't want any additional benefits from it. This was the only thing. They just needed to pass the check control and enroll to classes.
Yeah. No, this is again a very important question, not only for stateless people, but this applies on refugees also, on migrants also. And that's where, we need to do more advocacy and maybe a little bit more awareness raising, advocacy with the government, like why is it important to provide legal avenues to people so they don't have to go through, wrong channels. If there are ways to do things legally, people will never try to spend money, give it to the people who are exploiting them. And those documents doesn't give you any guarantee. Like many people end up again in detention centers because it's again against the law of any country to obtain fake documentations. And as Rashid said, of course, we are not judging them for doing this, because when people are, pushed against the wall, when you are breathing and you are alive and you are a family to feed, you really have to make efforts to put food on table, to send them to school, to have decent healthcare or access to decent healthcare. So coming back to Thailand, I'm not aware of, and I have not heard of any instances of fake documentation, because as I said earlier in the program, like these communities live far away in very far-flung areas where they, until recently, had there was no awareness about the importance of having documentation. But now, thanks to the technology, to social media, youngsters want to do something to contribute. Like I had the chance to talk to some young students who are stateless and are in the process of obtaining their ID cards. Some wanted to become, like one person wanted to become a chef. The other girl wanted to join Thai football team, the national women football team. Another wanted to be a tour guide. And then, you could see how helpless they felt. Like they had dreams, but they said because they don't have any valid documentation, they cannot go outside the province where they are living. But the good thing is the government of Thailand has given a special code, which is called the G code, to stateless students. And this is like a 13-digit code, which students who are not Thai nationals, but are stateless and in the process of receiving their nationality, so they can continue their education. So legally, they can still acquire education. Legally, they can work, but those working opportunities are limited because they cannot go outside the provinces where they are residing. And then there is a lack of awareness because many business owner or employers, they don't know if they can hire a stateless person to work for them or not. So there hasn't been, at least I'm not aware, I'm not saying it doesn't exist at all, but I'm not aware of if people have acquired any fake documentation. But again, I would just repeat, if people are given the opportunity to obtain documents through legal channels, there is no reason why anyone would go against the law. So it's that's where, all the governments need to maybe review their laws and provide more provision for people. It's a win-win for both the government and people who are in need, because the government would know who is living on its territory, and people will get their cards and then eventually benefit from the services. And when they benefit from the services, eventually Thai society will benefit, because whatever they earn, they are contributing to the economy of the country.
Yeah.
They are very resourceful people. It's just a matter of, opportunities to be provided to them so they can contribute even more.
Donia, you already started telling us about the problems that come with statelessness. Could you tell us a little bit more, explain, how does a life of a person without nationality look like? I'm referring to what you said at the beginning, that somebody said like, oh, cool, it's cool to not belong to any nation, but it's not like world is my oyster. It's not this type of a scenario. It comes with many, many problems. It would be great if you could explain it to us and our listeners. What does it mean to be stateless?
Okay, so yeah. What does it mean to be a stateless is you don't belong anywhere. You exist, but you are invisible. You don't exist. Unfortunately, I mean, our existence need a proof, a documentation proof. So we need a piece of paper to prove that we exist and we belong. Without any nationality,
This was one of our summer shorts, meaning a short episode that is part of a larger one that we recorded during season 4. So if you're interested in this topic, you can learn much more by checking the full episode, and we will put a link to it in the show notes. And one more thing. ReFOCUS is part of a very big campaign called Where We Rise. It's us plus 29 other organizations that are trying to raise 1 million euros, yes, ambitiously, within 2 months for a grassroots organization movement. We are trying to do it for people on the move, people we supported for years, some of us decades, in Greece, in the Balkans. So if you can, please consider supporting this donation, this fundraiser. We will put all the links in the show notes. And please believe us when we say that any donation matters. It doesn't matter if it's €1 or 1,000 euros. It will really go to a very noble cause.